And welcome guys to another little video. Now this video isn't really a video tutorial. It's just to know that kind of like a little blog thing, and I like to let people know what I've been up to, what's the state of everything, and kind of get the idea of where the channel is going and what I've been up to, kind of both. And what I've been up to mostly is gathering money for a new machine for just straight up just recording and things, and ordering up memory so that we can get something that I can use for Substance Painter on this computer, and maybe do some videos on Substance Painter. Kind of, I'm going to straight up just act like I've never used it before at first, and then just straight go into everything. So it's going to be kind of like a trial and error thing. Kind of give a little tips here, a little tips there, and try to like give you guys like the highlights or something. I don't know yet on that whole ordeal, because a lot of people like that program. I'm seeing a lot of hits on YouTube for it, and I like the program. I actually use it on my main machine instead of this one. This one's pretty much just for you guys. Like, whatever the channel makes, that's usually what I give for hardware and stuff, which ain't that bad. I mean, get a little here, and then there's some donations every once in a while for stuff. They're like, oh, buy yourself a new mic so we can hear you better and stuff. And I really enjoy those type of people. They're encouraging. They're actually like really great people to have in the community, because they're like, oh, we know how life is. Because I got real life stuff, then I've got school, then try to do a little bit of work on the side here and there, so that everything goes like a lot smoother in life, because you're always trying to push forward. And like I said, I've got the 6-core processor. I've got a case now. It's already ordered and stuff. I should probably be getting that pretty soon. It's brand new for just this channel's little PC and stuff, which is pretty cool. I'll probably show you guys a picture of it up on Twitter or something like that if you guys want to see it. I do have a Twitter account now just for this channel's kind of stuff too. I'm not like a super huge Twitter fan, but I guess I probably should try to pick it up. I mean, it's kind of like a little trendy thing, I guess, for a lot of people. I don't know. Quite possible. And, well, the really good news is I went and, got this one computer off a friend of mine. He's like, man, this thing's all blown up and everything else. And then I got another one off somebody else. They're like, I just don't want to mess with it. So, like, I got both these computers with the money off the channel and stuff, and I actually have both of them working almost. Almost one, the other one I do. So I'll be basically selling those, and it's just going to straight go to the channel. I'll probably make easily about $200-300 off both those, so I could buy a shiny new video card for the computer or whatever. That'll probably easily afford the RAM for a new system or something like really great, because I use like a lot of hard drive space for this stuff. Like, some of those videos you'll see like that are like 20 minutes long, those things take a nice chunk of memory. You might be surprised on how much it actually is. And plus, I did buy another program for video recording. So what it does is it will record the video, and then it brings up a after it's recorded, it will give me a file. That file goes into another program that it has with it, and I bought it as a bundle. That it will let me cut footage and everything else with no quality loss or anything, and it's actually really good. I could actually probably play a game in the background and see no FPS loss or anything else. It goes on a very, very low thread or something, I think. It does not use a whole lot of CPU whatsoever when it's doing it, because I think it's just going like really, really slow, because it does take a long time, but it doesn't seem like it's like impact. So you could probably use one machine to do the whole thing, which is kind of nice. I mean, I really like the program for that right there. With the videoing, I can actually pause. Like right now, I'm using OBS. Granted, OBS is great and everything, but you can't pause, okay? Which is really, really crummy. I mean, it just sucks that you cannot pause. It drives me nuts. Because a lot of times in the video, like, I want to go look up documentation stuff, okay? Like, just straight up something for Unity, and I can't do that with OBS because straight up the thing just will not let me, right? And if you're wondering why I'm doing this and everything else, it's just to test how garbagey it is and everything else on the video and stuff. When I'm recording and everything, it still lets me have pretty good frames, okay, for, you know, up here and stuff. But I want to see how it reacts, you know, because that's the whole point of it. And, you know, here's the bullets itself, okay? They're not being object pulled or nothing like that. And these are all individual sprites, each one of these tiles. So, you know, it's kind of like one of those quality of life things, okay? If you're thinking about making this for a phone system, phones, they're not exactly the greatest on rendering. I mean, my brother, love him to death and everything else, but he just does not understand. Like, you can't take, like, a really high graphical game, you know, like our 3D version of this, and take into a phone application, you know, an APK for the Android, and expect it to run. Granted, there's quite a few things that, you know, will work, but it won't work that super awesome, because phones just don't have GPUs, really. They do, but they're skimpy and kind of low grade, low tech. I think like the highest one they have is, I'm thinking like, I want to say like 300-400 megs at best. You know, I'm talking like high grade phone, like very cutting edge. And I don't think it actually goes up that high, but I could be wrong about that one. But I know it's not that high. I mean, the reason why they're not super high is because the graphics processing unit itself gets pretty warm, okay? And in a phone that also has a battery, you can't get a GPU in there that's hot, because A, what happens with a battery that gets hot? It friggin' explodes or something, you know? And, you know, I try to, like, I just hold my tongue with my own brother because he doesn't get that part. You know, I mean, granted, you gotta love family members that just aren't super savvy about that, but at the same time, you just want to explode to them, go, hey, you can't do this, man. Quit doing everything and pushing everybody else your single view that, you know, isn't technologically right onto other people, right? Because his old or motto is computers are straight just dead. Like straight computers, just in general, are dead. No one uses them anymore. Nobody buys them anymore. And you know, I'm sitting here like, wait, Nvidia just sold like $1 billion some dollars worth of video cards, and guess what? They're all for computers. I mean, some of the highest grade markets are for computers. You know, granted, the revolution of the phone is actually it gets people off the computer, and you know, they're walking around and everything. But still, even at that, it only took part of the thing that people were using their computers for. Okay, a lot of people were on the computer just to get on Facebook and stuff like that. Well, granted, that's cool and all, but you're just diverting some of the task onto a phone. You can't do high graphics rendering on a phone. You dang sure can't freaking do video footage on a phone. You can't, you know, cut videos and everything else in your phone. It just doesn't work. Trust me. I went looking and looking and looking. Now somebody in the comments will be like, "Oh my God, I seen this one app that lets you do like a 4K video, and it's for editing it and everything else." Yeah, I don't look for that to happen, but you get my gist. Plus, you know, I can't make 3D models on my phone. Trust me. I've done already tried to look into it and everything else. It just doesn't work. You know, I would love to be able to make a 3D model in Blender on my phone or my tablet or something like that. I'd be like, oh yeah, guys, I get all this stuff done. Now, I think there's a application where you can paint and stuff like that, textures with Blender, but I don't think you can actually technically use Blender on your tablet. You know what? Just to make myself out to be an idiot, let me take a look at my good old web browser and stuff. Let's test my idiotic theory that there's no. Well, I'm going to be a real like not so great person to sit there and say, hey, guess what? You can't do it on Blender because they don't have a application for oh crap, Blender on the Google Play Store or something like that. No, I don't want Google Cloud. I want Google Play. No, I don't want this crap. I want Google Play. Thank you. What's a guy got to do to get a Google Play? Blender. Blender. Blender chat. Blender camera. Tutorials for Blender? Who needs tutorials? Blender 3D app. Yes. Okay. Blender shortcuts. Photo mix. Does not look like there's anything in here for applications for Blender. Blender Commandos? What the heck is that? Education? You know what? Easiest way is BLE Blender. I don't want Blender Guru. I want download Blender 3D. Freeland. No, I don't want that. Okay. Alright. Blender. Hey, a new version of Blender's out, I think. So, what all can we use this for? Download, source, tutorials, donations. Yes. Download. No. Open source. No. Demo requirements. External renderers. Maybe. No. Requirements. Blender should run blah 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 out of the box. Blender is also available for Linux, OpenGL, Optimize, Gray, blah blah blah. So graphics cards with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Ooh, I wish I had 4 gigabytes of video card RAM. That would be nice right now. Dual core 32-bit processor, minimal with SSE2 support. That's pretty much any freaking CPU that's been made since, I don't know, like 06, something like that. Quad core with 8 gigs, 3-button mouse, yeah, mouse or trackpad. Features. Let's see features. CPU, fast, rigging, blah blah blah, UVs. Yes, full color stuff. Yes, game creation. I don't exactly look for that to be super awesome. Camera and tracking, okay. External libraries, video editing, yes, I know. Flexible interface, okay. Well, that sure doesn't look like anything where, oh, I bet that was a pleasing screen to look at. But anyway, I think I will do I'm going to be streaming and everything for just a general, I'm going to call it more like a general relaxed stream for Sunday. You know what?